You know, I've heard it said, if your why is big enough, the how doesn't matter. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to share with you tonight. My name's Bill Ball, and I'm here to share with you a little bit about, how we get a new member started in Valentus, and why it's so important to ask. The first question is, why did your new member join you? Or why are you doing this? I've heard some really powerful stories over the last 13 years of being in this great industry. I took a minute and I wrote a couple of them down because it is true that if the why is big enough, the how doesn't matter. And it'll also appear. I mean, if you're a prayerful person, you're a faithful person, the why is going to just appear. So the first thing I like to find out is why somebody joined me. And I also like to look for people that have a big why. Like here's a couple of stories that I jotted down after being 13 years in the industry. Some of the reasons why that I've heard that were so powerful that resulted in some 6 and 7 figure earners. Addicted to crack, homeless, now earns 7 figures a year in this great industry because they were a convicted felon and had no other opportunity. Now they've changed their lives and they lead many people. Imagine that. Um, Lost a spouse, wanted a new beginning, 7 figure earner. Couldn't get a job out of college. Friend invited her to take a look at this great profession, now a 7 figure earner. Single mom, sick and tired of telling the kids no, they couldn't get a new pair of shoes this year. I even heard this person say that they used to, put duct tape on the shoes, and you know, didn't want to be in that situation anymore. Now a 7 figure earner. Um, Mom and dad were on drugs, both died, couldn't get a formal education, didn't want to end up on welfare forever, and saw an opportunity to make an above average income. Now, I want you to think about those couple of stories that resulted in people earning just unbelievable amounts of money in this great profession, right? Maybe that's not your why. Okay, maybe your why is much different, right? My why was that I just wanted to leave a legacy behind for my family. I wanted to make a mark in this world and I wanted to help other people. And I couldn't think of a better way to do it than through this great industry after I got started. And to leave something behind for your future generations, right? Like a residual income. That was my why. It doesn't have to be something that's um, uh, you know terrible, like a horror story, but how many people do you know that are in a situation that I just read off here that have something that's tragic in their life, or maybe they're just getting out of prison, or maybe they're just here's what I can tell you: we don't care where you've been, it matters where you're going. And that's why you got to share this with everybody and anybody, because you never know who's going to take this and run with it and be the next 7 figure earner in this business, in this great profession. So that's why I love to understand why people are doing this. Number two, the second thing I love to do with a brand new member, and by the way, this is our Java Empower Group new member launch. This is what I do every Wednesday night at 8:45 p.m. Eastern time. I get on and I just, tell some inspirational stories and help a brand new member get off to a fast start, Valentus. So schedule your virtual launch within 7 days of getting started with us. Now, what's a virtual launch? It's real simple. You make a list, you invite some people to a webinar just like this to share some incredible products and opportunity that you found. I always lead with the opportunity. That's just me. And we do it personalized for you right here, just like this over a Zoom. It's really simple. It's really a great way to do it nowadays because everybody's used to doing Zoom, and some will, some won't, some are waiting. It doesn't matter. Just invite, guys. I'm telling you, just get people on these webinars, get them educated, learning about your products, learning about the opportunity. It's not up to you who sees it for themselves. You're just up to you to share. That's all. Now, number three, join the team Facebook group, Java Empower Group. Why is that important? Because that team Facebook group is where we share excitement about events coming up. We share excitement about new product ideas and launches and how we're sharing, and we give shout outs to people that are having tremendous success. There's all kinds of great things happening in this community. It's like a little community that shows evidence of success, that shows that people are having fun doing this business. It's a fun business. Number four, watch the launch video on the Facebook group, Java Empower Group. It's pinned at the top of the page, in that video, John Haremza goes over a couple of things that are really helpful. He does a little bit of a deeper dive into the app and some more philosophies about how the profession works. Number 5, join the Valentus Company Facebook page, Valentus Corp page. It's called Valentus Corp. You'll see some great testimonials there. Number 6, download the Share Valentus app. I got to tell you guys, you go on your phone, you find the Valentus app. I use this thing all day long. I got to tell you something. I was just took a bath before. I don't mean to get too personal, but my back was a little sore. I popped a couple Emulin and took a nice hot bath. And as I'm sitting in the bath, I've got my phone with me, and I'm thinking, who can I follow up with that I haven't talked to in a while? And it was my friend Cliff. And him and I had been going back and forth about the Emulin product that we have for a while. And finally, I just reached out to him again, and I said, "Hey, Cliff, I had a question for you." And he's like, "What's up?" And I go, "So, how much weight have you lost since November with that doctor's visit you told me you were going to go to?" Because he told me he was going to the doctors, and he was going to take a look at the Emulin after the doctor's visit. And he never did. So I asked him that question. He says, "Not much." And I said, "Oh, wow. Oh." And I asked him some other questions, and he said, "How are you doing?" I said, "Man, I'm the lightest and healthiest I've been in my whole life since my 20s. He's like, "Oh, well, that's awesome." I said, "Yeah, it's all about the products that you consume and all about, your lifestyle. What's your long-term outlook for your health?" I asked him. He goes, "I don't really have one." I said, "Oh, okay." And I said, "Hey, listen, I have a lot of doctors that I'm partners with and friends." I said, "They're very intelligent and they really have some great ideas." I said, "Check out this one." And I sent him the Dr. Joe Aaron's video from the app, right? And I saw he watched it immediately. It just popped on my thing. I saw how much of it he watched. I saw that he watched it immediately, and I knew I had his attention at that point. And he asked me a question immediately. He goes, "That's the product you sell?" I said, "Yes." "Are you interested now?" He said, "Yes." So guys, that was November and last time I talked to him. December, January, February, 4 months ago, right? Now, here's the thing. You got to care more about the person that you're talking to than making money, if that makes sense. Like yeah, we're going to make money from selling our products to people, but my friend really needs help. And I'm being gentle, but a little bit, but he really needs help. He needs our product. And I know I've got solid gold in my hands, right? So through this app that we have, this Share Valentus app, anywhere, anytime, in the bathtub, at dinner, when the tow truck driver's towing your car, wherever you might be, you can share this with people. It's a great tool, guys. So make sure you download it. Okay. Subscribe to the free text alerts, valentuscalls.com/text alerts. It'll give you updates on when the calls are happening. Make your list long and strong. See page 14 of the success guide. I give you an area right here. If you want to print this out, you can print it out from the Java Empower Group Facebook page underneath the files tab, and make your list on here if you want. Now, when I make my list, okay, I'm going to teach you how I invite my list. I want to help you practice inviting to your launch party. Less is more. Here's what I do. I like to call people because I think it's the best way to share your excitement. Keep it simple. Mass text, emails, Facebook events. They're not going to fill up your launch party. But if you want to really fill up your launch event, call up Rob on the phone and say, "Hey, Rob, I just found out about something I have to share with you. Do you have a minute?" Now, I always want to ask Rob if he has a minute, because if he doesn't, I'm going to call him back later. But if he says, "Yeah," I say, "Great. Hey, do you drink coffee or tea or know somebody who does?" "Yeah, great. I just found out about a brand new product. It's weight loss coffee." And I don't say another word. And silence. I don't care if it's a minute, 30 seconds, 10 seconds, because they're going to say something like, "What? Where do I get it? Do you have any right now?" "Yeah, this product's so awesome. I'm having a virtual party this," pick a day and time. "You have to see this. It's amazing. We have some other products that we're going to be reviewing also. Can I count on you to tune in, Rob?" And he says, "Yes." And I go, "Great. I'll see you there Thursday night at 6:30. Oh, and then I go like this. "By the way," now I put them on tour. Now, this is a very critical part of the invite, okay? Because I say, "By the way, I have a link I'm going to send you so you have some more information before the virtual party. It's going to ask you to enter your name, email address, phone number, and you can see some of the other awesome products we have. Great, I'll send you the link. And I go right to my app and I send the link to the tour. I get a notification that Rob's now on tour. He's probably going to watch a couple videos on there. And when he gets to my launch party on whatever day that was, Thursday at 6:30, let's say, he's already got some information, and he's just going to hear some other things and some great testimonials that are going to solidify the fact that he needs to join this business. You heard I say join this business, because I always lead with the opportunity. Now, understand what I'm about to say. If you always lead with the opportunity, you can default to the product. Meaning, if Rob said to me, well, Bill, my cousin tried one of these things back in the 90s and he lost the farm. Really? Well, that's a whole other issue right there, because I don't see how you can lose a farm from something like this. But anyway, let me ask you a question, Rob. Do you drink coffee? Yeah. Why don't you stop paying Maxwell House and buy my product? Is that okay? Could you do that? Sure. Okay, great. I know you wanted to support me, and so I appreciate that. And I think you're going to enjoy our products, and you might see something else you like too. So now I have a customer, right? Now I have a customer, instead of a business partner, and that's okay, because as you learn this compensation plan, you're going to also learn that we get paid the same. Doesn't matter if it's 100 volume points from a customer or 100 volume points from a member. Okay, the pay plan is unbelievable. So our goals, let me first go back to this now, number 10, the last and most important, update your Facebook status when you first get started. Say something along these lines. I just started drinking weight loss coffee and it tastes delicious. We have a member that did this, and I got to tell you, she ended up with 280 hits, multiple customers, multiple members, just because of a simple post. And don't go, blasting out your link right there. You want to just keep it simple and say something like, well, I'll send you a private message, and then say, hey, so you're interested in my weight loss coffee. If I sent you a link, would you watch a quick video? Yeah, great. And then after that, I'll get, let's talk about getting you some products, right? Or just get them the products right away, or get them on a 3-way call, whatever it might be. You've now got an interested person. So that's a great way to do it. Plug into the system, guys. Wednesday night launch calls here. Every Wednesday night, 8:45, you'll get some really great inspiration and information for new members, even for yourself to get coached on how to coach a new member. Great place to show up to. Your website is, okay, now a lot of people get confused by this. We have 2 different sites. One is our website where we send people to buy our products and check out our products. It's myvalentus.com, whatever your URL is that you chose, okay? The second one's called your back office. That's where you're going to go and you're going to, actually see your team growing, your commissions, your loyalty purchases. You're going to run your business from your back office. You're going to have to enter in a username and password to get in there. Look at your welcome email. It's got all the information there you need. If you can't find it, we can help you through that. Now, all the calls that we have are recorded. All the corporate calls that we have had from the past are recorded. If you go to valentuscalls.com, add these calls to your calendar. Every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, we have live calls. Now, I know they've changed them up now. I think they're actually on Zoom. However, if you subscribe to that text alert, you will get all the alerts and the access codes and everything you need. If you subscribe to any of those Facebook pages I told you about, you'll also get all the codes and everything you need. I suggest you do this. Get yourself a day timer like I have, right? In your day timer, go in there and just treat this like a college class. Monday, 12:30, I'm going to class. Tuesday, 9 o'clock, I'm in class. Thursday, 9 o'clock, I'm in class. And Saturday, 12:30, I'm in class. And if you do that and you treat this like a college education that's free, a lot of people don't value it because it's free, right? So you got to put some value on this and understand that if you value this free information and you are one of these people that has a huge why that's like similar to what I listed, or like similar to my why, you just want to build a legacy for your family and leave an inheritance behind, leave something behind that future generations can buy educations with, or houses, or whatever it might be. You want to take advantage of this free education. Okay, just because it's free doesn't mean it's cheap. Trust me when I tell you that. So with that being said, I want to say God bless everybody. Thank you so much for joining us here tonight. I'm going to go ahead and stop this recording, and we're going to go ahead and start our opportunity webinar that starts in exactly 1 minute right on this channel. Thank you so much, everybody.